This year, we're going to see new smartwatches from just about every major smartwatch brand. If it's Samsung, Apple, Garmin, Amazfit, or TicWatch. And here's some that you should really keep an eye on. The first watch, or rather watches, that I want to talk about are the Garmin 265 Forerunner and Garmin Forerunner 965. As far as we know, there will be a smaller 42mm Forerunner 265S version with a 1.1-inch AMOLED display with a resolution of 355 by 355 pixel, and a larger 46mm version with a 1.3-inch AMOLED display and a 416 by 416 pixel resolution. Feature-wise, we should get a training readiness, and with 8 gigs of internal storage, we can download music via Spotify, Amazon, or Deezer and listen to them offline, like we can do with the Garmin Forerunner 255 music or the Garmin Venue SQ music. When it comes to the battery life, the bigger 46mm version will last up to 13 days on normal usage, and the smaller 42mm will even last longer with up to 15 days on battery life. On continuous GPS mode, they will last about 20 to 24 hours. A little bit awkward that the smaller version is supposed to last longer, but maybe they just mixed the numbers around accidentally. As for the price, both the 46 and 42mm version will come in at a price of around 400 euros over here in Germany. The Garmin Forerunner 965 will be a lot larger with a 46mm case and a 1.4-inch AMOLED display with up to 23 days of battery life on normal usage and 31 hours in a continuous GPS mode. Just like the 265, you will be able to stream music and download songs to it via Spotify or other streaming services, like I already mentioned. Price-wise, we're looking at a $600 smartwatch, but it could be a little bit more. We just gotta see and wait. As for the next smartwatch, we really don't know too much about it, and that's the Fossil Gen 7. I really hope they release a new smartwatch this year, especially since they actively invested in the Wear OS 3 drive. So the Fossil Gen 4 launched in August 2018, the Fossil Gen 5 in August 2019, then we had a gap in 2020 and got the Fossil Gen 6 in September 2021. So it's really about time that we get a new Fossil Gen 7 somewhat around August or to October. I mean, we had the Fossil Gen 6 Wellness Edition in 2022, but that one was really not a new smartwatch with no new features. That's why I left it out of this one. When it comes to the specs and the software, I would really be surprised if we get something else than a Snapdragon W5 series chipset. Like all the Fossil smartwatches, we can expect to get a round body with Wear OS 3, and it should be priced around 300 euros. If you get this watch, I really hope that we'll get a better battery life that will last more than just one day in daily mode, a more accurate built-in GPS, step counting and sleep tracking, and maybe an upgrade in the water resistance from just 30 to 50 meters, which allows us to really go with this watch into the water and swim. The next big smartwatch brand is Amazfit, and we should see the new Amazfit GTR Mini in the next couple of weeks or months. They already leaked a few pictures of this watch with 3 different colors, so we can expect to get a black version with a silver stainless steel bezel with one physical button on the side, a bluish version with a stainless steel bezel, and a pink version with a rose gold bezel. All of them will offer a 1.28-inch 2.5D AMOLED touch display, built-in GPS, QZSS, Baidu, Galileo, and standards. When it comes to the health tracking, the Amazfit GTR Mini will do a 24-hour heart rate, SpO2, and stress monitoring, and we will get over 120 different sport modes, so pretty similar to the GTS 4 Mini. As for the battery life, these watches will pack a 500 mAh battery, will boot Zap OS, and are going to be compatible with iOS and Android smartphones like always. About the TicWatch 5 Pro, there are only rumors up until now, and a first leak picture. So it seems like it should get one physical button, which might be rotatable as well, and at least one more button on the top right side. The leak also suspects that it should get the newest Snapdragon W5 Gen 1 chipset as well, but besides that, there are no further information regarding specs, features, or the design. A smartwatch that probably no one knows about is the Masimo W1. So far, it has tremendous success with its expertise in pulse oximetry. Annually, more than 200 million patients are monitored in hospitals using Masimo technology. According to a report, 9 out of 10 of the best hospitals rely on devices from this manufacturer. Thanks to his skills, he has now developed the first smartwatch with promising functions. What is meant by this is the important health data can be read in the blood simply by skin contact, mostly via LEDs. Many of these functions are in the Masimo W1 smartwatch. It appears in a fairly simple design with a square case and weighs in at 34 grams. Its color touchscreen extends over a diagonal of 40 millimeters. Gorilla Glass 3 protects the display from damage. There are 2 buttons on the right side of the case. The battery life of the Masimo W1 is around 1 day, but it takes about 3 hours to fully charge the watch again. And feature-wise, we can expect to get a normal heart rate sensor, SpO2 tracking, and of course a respiration rate tracker. Another value is the perfusion index. This size indicates the relative strength of the pulse. And the Masimo W1 should also determine a hydration index. This smartwatch can apparently draw conclusions about the fluid balance just from the green and red LEDs. And of course, we get a standards like a step counter, travel distance, and burn calories during the day. And all of that should come in at a price of around $500, which really isn't all that cheap. That we will get a new Apple Watch isn't really a big surprise, since basically every model up until now was released somewhat around September 10th. That's the new time that we can expect to get a new Apple Watch 9. Price-wise, it should be right around the price of the Apple Watch Series 8 from last year of around 400 euros. Now, once again, there are not too many informations about it yet, but there are some things that I would really like to see in the new Series 9. First up, 5G connectivity. Apple Watches are almost the last remaining smartwatches that still have 4G LTE, and I hope that this will change in September. I think they will upgrade the chipset to the S9 chip with a boost in the performance, and we might see dual frequency GPS, since Apple has a habit of introducing new features on high-end models and then trickle them down to the lower-end models. And I think that's what we're going to see and happen over here with the Apple S9. The other big brand smartwatch is the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 and Samsung Galaxy 6 Pro. While the Galaxy Watch 6 and 6 Pro aren't even officially announced yet, it's reasonable to expect that Samsung would want to continue its lineup of successful smartwatches. With that in mind, and based on Samsung's previous release schedule, which has always been extremely consistent, we can expect the Galaxy Watch 6 and 6 Pro to be released in late August of 2023. Currently, I expect the Galaxy Watch 6 Pro to have the same price as the predecessor, the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, similar to the Galaxy Watch 6, which will come in 2 sizes, is very likely to keep the same price of its predecessor, the Galaxy Watch 5. The cheapest Galaxy Watch 6 series model would be the GPS only, smallest 40mm one, and that should start right around $280. On the other end of the price spectrum, the Galaxy Watch 6 Pro will cost up to $500 for the variant with both GPS and cellular connectivity. The Galaxy Watch 6 Pro in particular will of course be the most premium, with its sapphire crystal glass covered in 1.4-inch Super AMOLED display and its titanium body. The Galaxy Watch will probably only be compatible with Android smartphones once again and will run on the newest watchOS. Also, I'm hoping for a battery upgrade, either a bigger battery or maybe a smaller watch that doesn't require as much battery. Either way, I'm hoping for more than just a day or 2 of battery life. Now, to see some news about upcoming smartphones, just click this video right here. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one. Peace.